It's still the weekend with Cho. It's Sunday. We've got 30 more minutes of the weekend, and I want to finish it off with you guys. Hopefully, we are doing very well. This is the weekend of July 4th. Thank God for America. We're very patriotic over here. I've got my matcha. I did a strawberry matcha latte tonight. I ran out of oat milk, so I have like a little bit less than a cup, really. Well, no, it's a little bit more than a cup, but I ran out of oat milk, so I have to go to grocery shopping tomorrow. But I haven't tried it yet. Let me actually try it. Hey, Bambi, how are you? It's fucking incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. I did strawberry tonight. Wait, that's not me. I did strawberry tonight, and it's so good. It's actually like a really great, it's like a really great way of getting a fruit matcha latte without making a fruit syrup. Just use your fancy jelly. Like I used a strawberry jelly with my milk. I heated my milk up, and then I used my mixer, my frother, my handheld frother to mix everything up together, incorporate that jelly, and then I poured that into my cup with my already whisked up matcha, and then it makes the perfect strawberry matcha latte. It's perfect. Have I watched Dexter? Of course, I've watched Dexter. It has been at least a decade since I watched it, but yes, I have watched Dexter. I think he's super hot. I don't know. Am I the type of person that would write love letters to a convicted sociopath, serial axe murderer in jail? Maybe I am. But I thought Dexter was very hot. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just being honest. Yeah. I'm a fan of Dexter. I'm a fan of him. I don't think I ever finished it though. I won't give spoilers. You're on season 5. Yeah, I never finished it. Hey, Mr. Tree 69. Not me being your uncle. How old do you think I am? Mr. Tree 69, how old do you think I am? I am probably the age of your uncle, to be honest. I probably could be your uncle. Let me not even pretend otherwise. Hey, Riley Ettinger. Hey, Rachel Webb. For everyone that's saying hello, give us an interesting fact about yourself. Don't just say hi. Give us an interesting fact about yourself. Riley Ettinger. I'm 34, Mr. Tree 69. So yeah, I could probably be your uncle. You're probably like 13. Knowing my chat, you're probably like 13 years old. Hey Joe, what's up? Give us an interesting fact about yourself, Joe. One interesting. Rachel Webb. Playing soccer is not very interesting, but tetherball, that's interesting. What is tetherball? Is that like the new pickleball? Is pickleball already like out of season, out of trend? Like what's going on? A fact about you? Yes, Riley, give us an interesting fact about you. Bambi's a big bag. Listen, we love big bags in this community. We love a big bag in this community, okay? You should play football head, do the other dude. I have no idea what you just said, kitty baby, sorry. Riley says, I like Jurassic World theory and Godzilla lore. Ooh, that is interesting. That is interesting. Okay, so that is so interesting that you love that, Riley. I love when I learn about a very niche, incredibly specific hobby that someone partakes in, and that's a really good one because who I can just I can just picture you, Riley, on YouTube on a Saturday night at 2 o'clock in the morning, like on YouTube, like the lore of Jurassic Park, and it's like a 2 hour video. Like I could, and I know that that's what it's like because that's how I am with Elden Ring. Like I love Elden Ring lore. I've been really into the lore of Elden Ring lately. I think it's because the new DLCs are right now, and I'm like, oh my god, Elden Ring. So I'm like, I'm into it. Um, Tetherball is old. Oh, not JV clocking you. It's a ball on a really tall string. Hey, Nathan Hamilton, give us an interesting fact about yourself. Don't be boring. Make it an interesting fact. Kitty Baby, what's up? Nothing much. Do you want a girlfriend? No, I'm gay. Riley, exactly. Jurassic Park icebergs go so crazy. You need a girl? I got plenty of girls, Johnny. I got more girls than you do, Johnny. I'm closer to Punani than you ever could be. But no, Johnny, tell us an interesting fact about yourself. Um, that's crazy though, Riley. That I love that you are crazy about Jurassic World. That is so funny to me because I relate really strongly to that. Like, hey Brad, howdy to you too. Give us an interesting fact about yourself, quick and quickly. Tokusatsu kaiju? I have no idea what that is. Who's my favorite celebrity? Okay. This is gonna be really lame, but I don't have a favorite celebrity. I don't really watch movies. I don't really watch television. I don't listen to a lot of popular music, I guess. I love Lana Del Rey. Is she a celebrity? I don't know. I like her. I've been wanting you to play Elden Ring, but I do think I've been to play Elden Ring, but I don't think I have money. Well, okay. So how much is Elden Ring? It's no more than $60. I promise you. So you can save that up. World of Rivers, dang, you shining. Do you do anything for skincare? Yes, I used to be a skincare influencer. Like I love skincare. I'm actually going through the gigs right now with my face because I have like a breakout there and a breakout right there. But like I was saying on yesterday's live stream, oh my god, I forgot. I need to add this. Like I was saying on yesterday's stream, when you have good skincare routines and you're really consistent with that routine, even when you have acne breakouts, your skin will still look fucking flawless. Like you won't look like a pepperoni pizza from Donato's. You know what I mean? Like I have pepperoni pieces on my face right now, but my skin is still looking good because my overall skincare routine is very consistent and I like to stay hydrated. So, um, yeah. If you need any help with your skincare routine, send me a DM on Instagram. Yeah, send me a DM on Instagram and I will help you out with your skincare routine. We'll get your face together because you guys, like I told you guys every week, every weekend, pretty privilege is the best privilege to have. White privilege, no one gives a fuck. You know, financial privilege, yes, that is top privilege. But after financial privilege, it's all about the pretty privilege. I'm telling you, take care of your skin, look good for yourself, and you'll be treated better in life. Listen, I don't make the rules. I didn't make up those fucking rules. It's just the world that we live in. So, you know, 1 + 1 = 2. The sky's blue. So, takusatsu is a Japanese style of filming, aka giant rubber monsters, aka kaiju. I know kaiju because there's a set of kaiju cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, which are like big monsters. Like they're like Godzilla like monsters. That's so funny. Thank you for that pro tip, JV from NJ. Oh, Glenn you're back. Hey, Glenn. How are you doing? Welcome back. I've missed you. Joe, I will. Joe, you haven't given us an interesting fact about yourself yet. Give us an interesting fact about yourself or get the fuck out. Um, oh my god, Yu-Gi-Oh is so iconic. And of course, me being, oh, I almost said the really bad F word for gay people that you shouldn't say. But anyway, as a gay person, um, of course I love the Harpy ladies. Like I currently have a Harpy lady deck because I play Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel sometimes. And my Harpy lady deck is kind of busted. It's kind of fucking busted, to be honest. Sorry, not to toot my own horn, but to my Harpy deck is busted something fierce. Like it's kind of crazy. Um, and the reason why it's so crazy is because you can play a specific trap card called Harpy's Feather Duster from your hand as a quick play effect. And what it does is it negates all of enemy monsters' effects. So it's just really wild that you can lock down a bitch like crazy. And then if you time it pretty precisely, you can do it so that you can lock them out of their monster effects round after round after round. And it really only takes a couple rounds to end the game, honestly. So anyway, I digress. Riley, who were some of your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monsters or your favorite trainers? Tell me. Oh, thanks. Couldn't be here for the lives. Too late for me knowing that here in Brazil is 1 hour later. I understand. I appreciate you for stopping by when you can. I appreciate that. I stopped playing after Pendulums. Trust me, my Chaos Dragon deck will dog walk your fairies. No, you're right. No, you're totally right. So I love my Harpy deck, but Harpies are not meta at all. And pendulums are so weird. I don't really understand them. I don't play with those at all, but very weird. And yeah, Riley, I love to talk. So I love acknowledging the comments. I try to read every comment, at least read every comment, and I try to respond to people that are asking questions. You know, if you have any questions for me, these streams are for open and dialogue. I never really come into these streams with a plan. So the conversation is really driven by you and whoever's here at the time. You know, I never got into D&D. A lot of my good Judies and friends are into D&D. I never got into it for some reason. Oh, you're fine, Riley. Take your time. I'll be here for at least an hour. My streams are always at least an hour. I try to stay for 1 hour. Sometimes the chat is so lit that we talk for 2 hours. But if it gets quiet after an hour has passed, then I will end the stream. Glenn Z, you missed last night. We went over a Reddit post from Am I the Asshole that was fucking psychotic. You need to go back and watch that one. I haven't done the timestamps yet. I'm gonna try to do the timestamps tonight for last night's live stream. That way they're ready to go. But I'm just behind because I had a really social weekend this weekend. I saw one of my besties. I saw another friend from out of town. I had to go to a birthday potluck party for another friend. So I made lemon bars. I made lavender lemon bars, and they turned out very, very well actually for my first time trying them. So I haven't had time to really do any content other than show up live, but I will be getting those timestamps on the previous live stream and tonight's live stream. Paranormal Order? Never heard of that, actually. Never heard of that. So JV from NJ, what do you play these days? What are you playing these days? Do you play any games right now? It's a simple system here in Brazil by an influencer called Selbit. He used to stream his tables on Twitch. Oh, so it's also a tabletop game. That's cool. That's on. See, I'm not I'm not like into the tabletop scene, but one thing I do love about that scene and that type of gaming is that it's all user generated. And so every single campaign is unique, insanely unique. You have so much control over the rule set, the guidelines, the world building. There's just so much control and so much uniqueness. Every campaign is different, and I love that. It's a very classic um, type of game that will always withstand the test of time. And the fact that this guy Selbit is able to like create his own tabletop game, it just further proves its longevity as a genre of gaming. I stopped because most of my friends are married or don't have time anymore. Oh my god! Listen, just wait till they have kids. Then they're not gonna have any time to even talk to you. Yeah, I know how that feels. Which is fine with me because I like to be by myself anyway. I like to come home, mind the business that pays me, and keep shit moving. Um, that's what I do. So what are you doing to occupy your time now, JV? I'm interested. I'm all in now. That's so cool because you literally write a story with your friends. I bought the rules book and now I'm a GM. Oh, look at you, Glenn Z. Look at you. You're managing shit. You're running things. Like, okay, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Trust me, one of my friends just had a kid and there goes hockey night. Listen, people are in your life for seasons, not forever. I hate to say that, but it's true. People are in your life for seasons. That includes family too. You know, you know, it goes for family too. Sometimes they're there for seasons. You know, um, that's really cool, Glenzie. The world building is always the most fun. Okay, JV. It's a tough transition though, right? It's a tough transition. I think the important thing for you is to just recognize that you shouldn't internalize it or take it personally. As people age, they go into different parts of their life, different phases of their life, and their priorities change. And sometimes it's because they have to change. And marriage is a completely different phase from being a single bachelor. And then having a kid is another completely phase from just being married and just being a single bachelor. So these are really important stages in our lives that require a lot of intentionality, a lot of thought, and a lot of shifting of priorities in relationships. That's just the truth, you know. It might sound a little psycho, but I got really happy that one of my friends were so into the game that when the mom of her character died, she literally cried. Well, listen, these games, these tabletop games, and these campaigns, you put a lot of time, you invest a lot of emotional energy into it, you invest a lot of physical energy into it, a lot of mental energy into it. And so, of course, when things happen within the realm of that game, I assume that there's going to be some emotional outbursts and reactions from what's happening. I totally get that because you've invested so much into the game. It's totally normal. That sounds very normal to me. Now, I wouldn't be doing all that, but I can understand someone else reacting that way. Totally can. The reason I get pissed is that I'm no longer party JV, even though he is. So wait, I didn't get that, JV. You're no longer party JV, even though he is. So there's that. What does that mean? So anytime he's free, instead of hanging out, he just hang out with other friends that are still into the drug booze scene, and that's. Oh, okay, I get it. So you're no longer party JV, even though he is still into the partying scene. That's unfortunate. I can understand why you'd be disappointed in that, because you exited that scene, and he's still in it. And he now has a lot less time to give to different aspects of his life. And unfortunately, partying is it ranks a little bit higher than some of those other activities. I would be disappointed too, JV. Yeah, I hear you. Sometimes I get afraid to kill the characters, but gotta keep at it. No, you gotta keep the game moving. I mean, you're basically like, you're writing a soap opera with magical powers. You gotta keep that shit moving. So JV, do you think he has a problem with his partying? That's the implication I'm getting from your tone, if I'm reading it correctly. Are you implying that he's over prioritizing his partying? Because listen, a little partying, it's not gonna kill you. Okay? But when the partying is taken away from other aspects of your life that deserve more attention and more priority, that's when it becomes a little bit of a problem. That's so funny, because I would have thought that marijuana would have already been legal in Brazil. News to me. News to me. You're a townie, and his other friends are just scattered all around. You must live in a Do you live in like a college town? I hear that word townie a lot when it comes to towns that are split culturally between those that live there, grew up there, or were born there, versus outsiders, people that are like expats, usually college kids. So I went to Miami University here in Ohio. There were people that lived in Oxford as students, but then there was also people that lived there that were townies that grew up in Oxford, Ohio. You know what I mean? Now you taking an arm out of them. Not you sparing them. Not you sparing them, but amputating an arm. How generous of you. How benevolent of you. Ohio. Don't talk shit about Ohio. Ohio's one of the greatest states in America, and the stats back it up, honey. I love Ohio. Ohio is the great state of Ohio, the heart of it all. We're shaped like a heart for a reason. We're the heart of it all. It's true. Hey, Pixie. Bye, Pixie. Have a good night at work. I have a good morning at work. Thank you for at least stopping and checking. By the way, Pixie, last night I really meant it when I said that if you want to talk to me about your finances, I know that's really not me stuttering. I know that's really personal and private, and I don't mean to pressure you into it, but I just want to reassure you that I am a resource that I can bounce ideas and bounce numbers back and forth with you. I think, again, awareness is very key to your financial health. You need to know how much money you're bringing in, what your bills are, what percentage those bills take up of your overall income, and what you have left over, and what you can use as a cushion to either build more wealth or take care of other priorities that you have in your financial life. Um, People always complain about their financial status, and they complain about not having money, but then they can't tell you what percentage of their income is going towards housing. If you can't tell me what percentage of your income is going towards housing, then you aren't doing a good enough job of getting out of the financial hole that you're in right now, right? So I think that the first step is like doing the hard work, get the pen and paper out, get the fucking calculator out, and really do the math. Do the basic arithmetic to figure out your situational awareness with your finances, and like understand where the money is going, where it's coming, when is it coming, when is it going. Like, that's bare minimum. It's just like being aware of what's happening to your money. Because I think a lot of people are just in the grind, they're in the wheelhouse, they're in the rat race, and they're just trying the hardest that they can, and they just can't focus on the nitty-gritty details. But the devil's in the details. So anyway, no, I wasn't saying that you're struggling. I'm referencing what you were telling me. You said that all of your money was going towards blah 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 blah, and I'm thinking, well, I mean, I don't know. So anyway, we don't got to get into it. You know what you're doing, obviously. Ohio took my friend away from me. Well, because it's the great state of Ohio. Of course we did. The thing with my friend is that he sees me as like the killjoy. Last time we hung out, it took about 6 drinks before I finally caved and had a few beers. Well, how do I want to respond to that? Because that's a very nuanced situation. Are you a killjoy because you aren't drinking? Or are you a killjoy because you are not having fun? Not contributing to the fun atmosphere? Like, which one is it? Because you can contribute to a group of friends without drinking alcohol. Right? I mean, it's very normal to be able to be sober and still have fun. So I think that's where the disconnect is happening between you two, and you need to figure that out. Is like, are you actually being a killjoy? Are you a dud when you are sober? And if you are a dud when you're sober and he doesn't like you, then that says more about your relationship than I think you may be willing to admit. You may not be good friends anymore. I'm sorry, but all of my friends appreciate me the most when I'm sober. And if I would be a little insulted if my friends only wanted to hang out with me if I were under the influence. That's a little insulting to me. So, yeah. We learned a lot about how to get over some stuff. That one player had to understand that having an arm off is not the end of the world. This is so dramatic. So casual. Having one less arm is not that big of a deal in this campaign. Like, you know how ridiculous that sounds? His character went through such a depression and now he's good again, but thank God for that. Pixie says, I'm by no means struggling. He makes it rough. I still make about $1,200 a month. I make more than enough to pay my bills. Okay, good. Okay, so Pixie, I want to say this and then we'll move on. Paying your bills is not enough. It's not enough. It's just not enough. And the reason why is because these fucking politicians in control of our country are making the dollar worse and worse and worse. Inflation is going up and up and up. And so the best way to defend against these politicians fucking your money up is by using the money that you have left over after paying your bills and investing that money, helping to make that money grow without you having to hammer a car, change a tire. That is the key. And I'm just speaking from experience. That's all. Speaking from experience. As an investor, I love to invest my money, and I love looking at my dashboard and saying, oh, I made this much money this month from my investments. I didn't do shit to do that. I just let it sit there and grow. That's like having that cushion makes me feel secure. No matter whether it's fucking Trump or fucking Biden, I still have that money there growing. And so I think that's what I really want to communicate to my community. Is like really get into the habit of saving your money, investing your money, and of course paying off all your bills. You know, but we gotta get that investing part in there, because if you don't, you're gonna always be a slave to work. Always. Always. Anyway. Yeah. I agree with Pixie. If you're being peer pressured, when I'm sober, I'm a bit more quiet, more responsible, versus when I'm drunk, rules go out the window. Okay, but again, let me ask you, why do rules have to go out the window for us to have fun? Last I checked, you're in your 30s, right? Now, when I was in my 20s, I was dipping it and doing it and having a good time. I was dipping it and doing it, having all the fun, doing all the things, having all the substances. And just, I was on type of tables, dancing on top of tables, getting kicked out of bars, getting kicked out of clubs, getting into verbal altercations, having fun, having reckless sex, did all the things. And it was cute. But again, there comes a time in your life where you have to like let that phase out of your life and prioritize your health and your actual goals that you have in your life. And I'm sorry, but partying and having the rules all go out the window does not help you with any of your goals in life. They just don't. They don't. If anything, they hurt your chances of accomplishing your goals. Sorry. And so I don't know if I really want to hang out with people like that all the time. I don't think I would want to only hang out with people that want me to indulge in alcohol. It's one thing if you're hanging out with them and you're sober and you can appreciate the fun they add to your life while they're fucking shit up. But to try to peer pressure me into indulging when that's not what I'm about right now, that's not what I'm prioritizing right now, I don't think that's cool. And that's not something you need in your life at all. It's kind of a waste of your time, JV, to be honest. Hey Jackson, don't leave us again for 15 more days. I think mental health is very important. That's half the battle, Pixie. Loving what you do is half the battle. I'm so happy that you are loving what you do. That's a really good thing. And even though your work can be stressful, if you were at a different job position, your life would be even more stressful. It's a different type of stress. Like when you're doing something that you love, it's a different type of stress than like if you're doing something that you hate. That's a different type of stress. Oh, you had to leave your robotics team? Oh, because it's only a high school thing. It's only a high school thing. Well, that's pretty sad, but I'm happy that you had a really good send-off and that you felt supported and appreciated by your teachers. I hope that you lend a hand in helping younger students to achieve their goals in the realm of robotics, because I think STEM is very important for our youth. Very, very important for our youth all over the world. STEM is so important. Um, that's cool. Very cool. I hear you, JV, about having a little bit more of having some beer goggles. Having some beer goggles will really help you to see things a little bit differently, and nothing's wrong with that if that is your choice. But I don't think that being pressured by your friends is a legit thing to do. It's just not. It's not. It's not. They want you to stay there. Well, but they can't. But you can't stay there. You can't say. I mean, it's not. It's not. It's not even really up to you, right? What is my dream? That's a good question. What is my dream? Um. Well, my dream. I'll be frank with you guys. My dream really is to build my YouTube channel, to be more successful monetarily without compromising any of my morals or integrity. That is my biggest goal right now, um, overall, because I think that turning my YouTube channel and my online presence into a more successful, like a financially successful endeavor will allow me a lot more flexibility, which is what I crave. Right now, like I explained last night, I'm like tan. I'm loving the tan. I know that's not what a skincare influencer should be saying, but I love the tan. Fuck you. I love the tan. I look good. I look good darker instead of like very light skin like I usually am. Um yeah, I'm very light skinned. Down there. Oh my god, not me doing that on air. I forgot that like you can see that part of my body. Anyway, um what was I saying? Um Oh, yeah, I would love to have more flexibility. And like I was saying last night, I am only part-time at my traditional job, and it would be great if I could make enough money on YouTube to just quit that job altogether. Even though I do love my job. I love my job. I've worked there forever, and I value the people there that work there. I love my coworkers. They're all pretty amazing. And but I'm really craving the flexibility, and I need flexibility for my family. I really, really do. And so it would be great if my YouTube career could take off and I could make a lot more income through my affiliate marketing that I do occasionally. So that is my dream right now. Good question. That's the time when we click that he's saying to make an edit for when he turns to go. How do you feel if I have nasal polyp? I don't know what that is. How do I feel if people know my name for no reason on the live stream? People don't know my name. What are you talking about? Okay. Any other questions, guys? Any other topics we want to talk about? Well, Glenzie, I would never confirm or deny. So I mean, you can guess all you. I mean, you can guess all you want. Um, but I would never confirm or deny. My name's Cho. Um. Okay, Brian. That's funny. I got one strong topic. Give it to me, JV. Give it to me. We've got at least 20 minutes, so let's chat. I'm an open book. You really can ask me just about anything, and if I don't want to answer it, I just want to answer it, and I'll tell you why. But I don't take offense to it, you know? Not chode. And any topic, I don't care about the topic, you know. It can be skincare, finances, nutrition, fitness, politics, advice on relationships, whatever you want, I'm down to talk about because I like talking. So it's really, I want to emphasize to you guys that the direction that these live streams go depend entirely on the chat. So if you want me to talk about something, talk about it. Not Seto Kaiba. I love Seto Kaiba. Choose a game to live in. Oh, easy. Animal Crossing. The fuck? Animal Crossing. That's an easy one. Easy one. Because there's plenty of food. There's no food insecurity. Bitches are happy. You know, the mayor's a little crazy. There's some, you know, neighbor disputes happening. But for the most part, you're always going to get fed. And it seems like no one's really working. So I love that. Love that. Animal Crossing. Easy question to ask. You gotta come better than that. In a fake scenario, how do you feel if people know your name for no reason? I don't know how I would feel. That's such a weird scenario. I guess fine. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I'm more of a Joey Wheeler guy myself. Joey was so cool. I like Joey too. Where do I stand on parents that transition their kids in an early age? 100% against it. Should be illegal. Easy question to answer. Should be illegal. It's child abuse, in my opinion. Now, I know that's a strong reaction to the question of should parents be transitioning their children. I will say as a caveat that I understand and I can empathize with a parent that has been bombarded with the notion and the narrative that if I don't do this, my child is going to commit suicide. I can empathize with that because if someone told me, listen, I'm just imagining myself as a parent. I'm not a parent, so of course I don't know what it's like to be a parent, but I'm imagining that if I were a parent and someone told me, a doctor and like a million doctors said, oh, Cho, if your son doesn't start dressing like a girl, if you don't start calling him Marianne, he's gonna commit suicide, I would freak the fuck out. I would want to solve the problem to the best of my abilities. And if the media and the politicians and everyone, the doctors was telling me, oh, well, Cho, you gotta transition him, you gotta cut his dick off, I might consider it because I'd rather have a son with a cut off dick than a dead son. However, the data does not really advocate for those narratives. They don't. And so there is a disconnect between parents and the data of what it actually means to transition children. There's a big disconnect in the data. And I understand why parents are willing to do any and everything to save their children, because as a parent, you should do that, right? So I'm not like, while I disagree with it vehemently, I also can understand the emotional turmoil from the perspective of a parent who has a child going through that gender dysphoria. Totally understand. Totally understand. I still think that it's mutilation to do that to a child. Um, it's you have to be really considerate about these irreversible changes, especially at these particular ages of like puberty. Okay. And I will catch up on chat. I see I see some questions. I'm gonna get to it, but I wanna say this point before I move on. Um and this is gonna sound conspiratorial, but I don't give a fuck. Because the conspiracy theorists have been proven right a lot since 2020, bitch. Okay? Roll the motherfucking tapes. The conspiracy theorists have been proven to be quite factual. We've got a great track record with this pandemic, this panini shit, this pandemic shit, and these vaccine shit. Listen, I'm just saying, roll the motherfucking tapes. Roll them. I believe that the pharmaceutical industry is, without a doubt, the second most pernicious, evil industry on the planet. Okay? The first being the weapons industry, but that's another conversation. They love war, they love death, all that stuff. The pharmaceutical industry, they love sickness though. They don't love death, they love sickness, because the more sick people we have in the world, the more money their executives make. Imagine your industry. Imagine your industry thriving off of the sickness of other people. That's how your industry thrives, by medicating people forever. This whole concept of transitioning children is a money grab. It's a money grab. You know why? Because they have lied and lied and lied about transitioning kids medically under the age of 18. They've lied about this, and people have uncovered the truth with these hospitals. And what happens is, when you medically transition a child, you create a lifetime patient. Lifetime patient. Because that patient will always have complications. Always have complications. Okay? What is a lifetime patient? A lifetime customer. Who was it in the chat just recently that was talking about how they're in medical debt? Bitch, imagine if you were trans. Imagine. Don't talk about medical debt to a trans person, bitch, because my trans friends that I have, don't talk about medical debt, bitch. Don't do it. Don't you dare complain about your medical debt. Because the operations, go for like 15K at least, I think. It's like 15K. Don't quote me, but these medical transitions are super expensive. Before I go too deep, let me catch up on chat. But to surmise my position, I do not believe that anyone under the age of 18 should ever be medically transitioned. Not at all. Not puberty blockers, none of that shit. No hormones, none of that shit. You want to put a dress on? Sure. You want to get some laser hair removal? Sure. You want to change your name and say that you're married when your name is really John? Sure. Do all that shit. At the age of 18, you want to start dicing, chopping, and pico de gallo in your body? By all means, you're an adult. Go ahead and do it. I believe in bodily autonomy 100% for all adults. Bodily autonomy across the board. Okay? Before the age of 18, no. No. Okay, let me catch up. Hey, Kendra, how are you? Best power? Ooh. Um. hmm. Best power? Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I want to say the best power would be to be able to communicate with anything, like animals, plants, any person, like just universal ability to communicate would be the most incredible power ever. I mean, it instantly makes you a power broker. It instantly gives you so much knowledge. You're very close to you're close to having the ability to become omnipotent, really, to be able to understand any language from any living being. That would be incredible, right? That would make you a power broker in the world. That would give you so much access to um, aligning with different people, different cultures, different animals. I mean, like, I don't know. That's just what I thought. So my name Chow often means butterfly, like you, Cho. Oh, that's kind of cute. At what age did you know you were gay? I've always known I was gay. Um, so okay, let me let me backpedal and pussy pop a little bit on that. I didn't know there was a name for what I was. I didn't know like, oh, I'm gay. Cuz as a kid, you don't really know. Like, but I do know that when I was little, I had a crushes on girls all the time. But I also had crushes on guys. I had a crush on this boy named Simeon. He was like my first boy crush. He was so dreamy. Like, he was so dreamy. So cute. I think he's in jail now with like 5 kids. I grew up in the hood, so of course he is. Um, but he was so cute. I had a crush on him. And that was in elementary school. Now, I knew that it was not okay to express that openly at the time because you would be called fruity or that you had sugar in your tank, and that was like a bad thing. So I knew that me liking him was like a bad thing. It was like a secret crush. But I also had crushes on girls too. So, but yeah, Simeon, oh, he was scrumptious. But again, I think last time I heard, he's got 5 kids, three different baby mamas, and he's probably in jail, if not dead. Stay out the hood, y'all. Stay out of the hood. Do you know about rap rhyme battles? I'm starting to organize one. Getting some money, bitch. I don't know about rap rhyme battles. What do you mean? I agree, ton there. I also kind of have a similar about also putting children on hormones as well. I feel like parents force the narrative on a child as well. Oh, Tommy's playing with Barbie. He must be trans, so they force it in him. And listen, that's bullshit, okay? Because I hear from the alphabet army, my community, I hear from the alphabet community that, like, liking the color pink doesn't mean you're gay. Men can like the color pink. Men can be feminine. Men can do all this stuff. Men, no, gender roles don't exist. Why are you saying that it's gay for a man to want to take care of the kids? He can do whatever he wants. No gender roles. But when it comes to trans people, if a little boy wants to play with a Barbie doll, likes the color pink, somehow that means he's actually a woman, a girl? Shut the fuck up. That's so dumb. That's so fucking dumb. Like, pick a lane and stick to it. Be actually principled. Do Are these gender roles socialized or not? Or not? Are they or are they not? What does it mean to be a girl or a boy? Pick a principle and stick with it. But the alphabet community doesn't fucking do that. When it comes to certain situations, they want to say, oh, men can do anything. If it's feminine, doesn't mean he's gay. But when it comes to trans, let's give him hormones and cut his dick off. It's fucking stupid. Okay? I haven't been a parent for this, but coming from the son side of this, I used to be hugely depressed. My mom was always worried about it a ton and always tried to find the right med out of fear. I get it. I get it. Your mom is being a mom. She was always afraid of me offing myself and kept trying with the psychiatrist to find some combination of meds to fix what was going on with me, when really what I needed was a change of lifestyle. Child, your English has gotten a lot better. Time control for best power. Oh, that's nice. Oh, hey, Chaser. Hi, Chaser. How are you tonight? Thanks for coming. The trade is always the crush. Always the crush, honey. Your mom is just, again, while I may not agree with every decision a parent makes, a parent is trying their best to solve problems. A parent is always trying to put out a fucking fire at any given time, okay? The problem is that I don't think that parents always have the best information. And so they make decisions based off of, number one, their emotions, because it involves their child, and number two, poor and or lack of information. So, yeah, of course. I'm sorry your mom did that, and I'm really proud of you, Pixie, for kind of getting out of that funk and like changing your lifestyle, getting your life on track. And we've known each other for a little bit now, quite a little bit of time, and just the way you talk to me these days, it's a totally different Pixie than from before. And so I'm really proud of you for where you are in life and where you're going in life and where you've come from. Really take all of those different aspects as motivation, Pixie, and keep going. I gotta leave now. Gotta wake up early knowing that there's 128. Have a good night, Glenzie. I appreciate you so much for sticking around here for a little bit. Kendra, my son's favorite color from the age of 2 to 4 was hot pink, Barbie pink. Everything had to be pink. That's funny. I literally have a rose gold phone case and link controller for my Xbox, yet somehow masculine as fuck and a dude. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. I don't think that liking the color pink means that you're trans. No. It's what makes a person trans is gender dysphoria. That's what makes them trans. And severely. I can imagine it being, oh wait, JP says, thank you. You are one of the few alphabet people that is actually cool. Now, what's your thought on Beast Wars? I don't know Beast Wars. Like the book? Like the book series? I don't know Beast Wars. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The alphabet community is kind of fucked up, to be honest. But every community is kind of fucked up. I mean, honestly, name a community that's not fucked up, and I'll explain to you why it is. I mean, you know what I mean? There are a lot of issues in a lot of different identity groups and communities everywhere. So it's not specific to the LGBTQI plus A LMNOP community, but yeah, I just have a little bit more insight because I'm gay. I can imagine it being extremely hard on a parent, especially if they aren't educated on the subject. Yes, I was just going to say that. Getting the information from the wrong sources. Absolutely, Kendra. And again, a parent, they're juggling the world. They're juggling their job. They're juggling getting kids to soccer fucking camp. They're juggling little Susie's fucking annoying ass Girl Scout cookie sale. They're juggling making sure that Johnny gets all A's and is not behind and reading deficient. They're juggling making sure they're juggling to make sure the house is clean. They're juggling to make husband blowjobs once a week. Like, there's a lot of things going on in a parent's world, right? And so, of course, it's really easy to get the wrong information from places, especially when you don't have the mental bandwidth to really evaluate what am I consuming, what am I digesting, where am I digesting it from, is the source tainted or is it legit? I empathize with parents. One of the reasons why I'm not a parent right now is because I just couldn't imagine how fucking terribly hard it would be. You know, I would probably kill a bitch, honestly. I mean, honestly, like, knowing what people are doing to children and what's happening to them in society and how they're being treated, and like over my dead body with my child, over my dead body, but over your dead body first, right? It's like I couldn't imagine. I'd had to homeschool my child. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of shit going on, and I salute all the parents that are trying their best to make ends meet and to offer their children the best lives that they can achieve. I really salute them because I see society and I see how inhospitable it's inhospitable to raise a, and I'm speaking specifically for America. We make it difficult to raise families here. Um, Pixie says, oftentimes the medical advice procedure is meant to be like the coffee sleep debate. Yes, it could technically be a fix, and it is a promising solution, but not necessarily healthy or stable. Yeah. Ironically, what caused my mom to go down the route of meds firsthand was because she was a nurse. She had been taught and trained to throw meds at a symptom till it goes away. Yeah, it's true. It's true. JD says, so Hasbro had a bunch of Japanese beast machines that they didn't know what to do with. Hasbro made a show called Beast Wars, linked them to the 80s Transformers in order to sell Beast Machine. Yeah, I didn't know. I have no idea. I had no idea, but I'm gonna look it up right now. That's interesting. That's so funny. It's so retro. It's so like 90s. It's giving 90s or 2000s, early 2000s. It's giving early 2000s. I want to say it's giving more like 90s, like late 90s, but also early 2000s probably. That's funny. Beast Wars. I can never imagine the pain my mom had to go through seeing how bad I used to be under that depression. I still remember through everything she had to help me with. I had only ever saw her cry twice. Well, trust me, more than twice. And I don't want to add any undue pressure onto you because it is your mom's job to do everything she can to support you. But never forget the support that she gave you and how hard your mom fought for you. Your mom's not perfect, okay? No mom's perfect. You're not gonna like everything she did. You're not gonna like anything that she does, like everything she does in the future. But just show appreciation for your mom and your parents for the effort they put into trying to support you. And I know you will. I don't gotta tell you that. That's really cool, JP. That's very cool. Any other questions tonight, y'all? We have hit the 60-minute mark, so let's keep putting out questions and having conversations if you guys want to continue on with the live stream. What other questions do we have? I'm so annoyed with that, with my acne that I have right now. But I am using the Molecular Barrier Recovery Cream Balm by Allies of Skin. I just started reincorporating this into my routine last night, And since last night, I kid you not, my skin's been a little bit less red. Like the acne has been less red and inflamed. So I feel like the oat in here and the ceramides have really helped to calm things down. And the squalane in here has also helped to make sure that I am maintaining moisture and hydration underneath this layer. So this has been a great like little, what do you want to call it? Like an emergency calming skincare product. It's been great. That's awesome, Pixie, as you should. Yeah, I know my acne's not bad. No, it's not. But I'm just saying, like, you know, as someone with generally good skin, I'm not used to having acne outbreaks. Well, that's a lie. I am acne prone. So I get acne. I'm always combating acne. But for a while, I've had a really good run where I didn't have any like explosions like this and that. So, but it's fine. Again, the face card is still never gonna get declined from anywhere. Okay. It's never gonna be declined. It's still looking good. Where do you stand on the trans community calling cisgender straight men who turn them down transphobic for not wanting to be with a trans woman? I think it's silly. It's silly. I don't think it's transphobic. If a straight man doesn't want to have sexual relations with a penis, I don't think that's transphobic. Let's say post surgery, because that's a situation. If someone's not attracted physically to that body type, that does not make them transphobic. Sorry, cancel me now. It doesn't. And that's not a complicated conversation. The thing about me, y'all, is like a lot of these conversations are not complicated. They're just not complicated. But the minute you go down the rabbit hole and you try to justify, you bend over backwards and you're contouring your body and you're like you're jumping down the rabbit hole with your ideological enemy that you're sparring with. Once you jump down the rabbit hole trying to justify your very simple opinions, you've lost the battle. You've lost the fucking battle. Because I think people that are really hardcore into identity politics, in my opinion, based off of my experiences with them, they tend to obfuscate. Is that the word? Obfuscate? I'm gonna look that up. Is that a word? Am I making words up tonight, y'all? Obfuscate. Obfuscate. Obfuscate is the word I'm looking for. They tend to obfuscate the entire argument. What that means is they tend to make it really obscure, complicated, add other dictionary words, really make it as complicated and complex as possible so that it's easier to move the goalpost and to create fallacies within the argument. Keep that shit simple. It's not transphobic for a man, a straight man, to not want to have sexual relations with a penis. End of story. End of story. End of story. Right? End of story. I'm sorry. And I don't think there needs to be more conversation about it. Moving on. You turned down a trans girl. You were transphobic in high school. Okay, fine. Whatever. You were considered transphobic. Well, the issue is, Pixie, the issue is with a lot of people in the alphabet community, it's not enough to just be gay. It's not enough to just be trans and to live your life. We have to force acceptance upon other people, right? Not only do you have to respect me for being gay, but now I want to force you to celebrate me being gay. And I think that's where the issue is culturally right now in America. I don't require you to celebrate me being gay. I don't. Now, just because I love, I don't want to be vulgar, but just because I love men doesn't mean that you need to celebrate me loving men. Why do I need that from you? I don't. And I think that's where a lot of issues are coming up, culturally speaking, in the LGBT community, is I think that we have received so many rights and we still feel like a victim class, even though, don't get me started, don't piss me off, even though gays are doing very well, okay? Gays are doing very well. Gay men specifically are doing very well in society. Don't piss me off, don't get me started. It's like, we just can't accept being accepted. We have to now force celebration from others, and I think that's wrong. I think it's petty. I think it's narcissistic, and I think it's unnecessary. And I think that's where the core issue is with a lot of these LGBT issues. Think about the cake. The wedding cake situation that happened, that went to Supreme Court or whatever, and how they wanted some Christian cake baker person to make them a rainbow cake celebrating their gay marriage. Fuck off. Fuck off. That's so dumb. I don't have to celebrate you. I don't have to celebrate you. Right? I mean, it's crazy. Any other questions? I have no problem answering these tough questions. And the gag is, because listen, I'm right 98% of the time. I am. Sorry, I am. I'm being a little facetious, but I'm right a lot of times. I feel like I have very popular opinions. I have very popular opinions. What do I mean by that? I think that I say what the majority of people actually feel. Sorry, it's secretly what I'm saying. What I say on Twitter sometimes, or especially, oh no, not Twitter. What I say on Threads pisses the girls off beyond belief. They're pissed. But it's what I'm saying may appear to be an unpopular opinion, but it's actually the most popular opinion. Nothing I'm saying is actually controversial. It's not. Saying that it's not transphobic for a man to not want to sleep with a trans woman is not controversial in the least bit. The majority of people, the majority of human beings in the world agree with that opinion. So it's just the fact that our media is controlled by the woke elite, liberal elite. And so when they control the media, the minority opinions seem to be the loudest because they're the most pushed. They're the most they're generated a lot easier. They're pushed, they are promoted in the algorithms. And so yeah, it makes sense why you would feel like saying that is a very controversial thing. It's not. And we've got to stop acting like it is. Okay. Okay, time for the toughest question. Was the 996 gen of Porsche 911 really the worst generation? I have no idea. I'm not a car guy. Did you watch my video, Pixie? Don't talk to me if you didn't even watch the video. Because there was multiple Porsches in my video, my latest video. I think there's a Porsche on the cover of the video. Let me just put the video up here. Oh no, that's a no, that's not a Porsche on the thumbnail, but it's actually go watch the video. Not a Bugatti. I can't think of it. Ferrari. It's okay, so it's a Ferrari. It's a Ferrari, a Mercedes, and I don't know the classic car there on the thumbnail. But I saw several Porsches that you might like. I'm gonna look up what you're talking about. 999, I can't speak. 996 gen of Porsche. Let me. Oh, that's a cute car. That was at the car show too. That was at the car show. Literally, that Porsche was at the car show. I love that Ferrari SUV. I am, at my core, a mom van, mom SUV, minivan type of person. And so if I had to get one of those cars that I saw at the car show, it would have been that Ferrari SUV. I love that Ferrari SUV. I'm an SUV guy. Now, I also saw the BMW 850, which is now probably my dream car. Probably my dream car right now. I thought it was the BMW i7 that was my dream car, but it might be the 850. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. I woke up in a new Bugatti. You want to see a rare ass car? Maserati Boomerang. I saw there was Maseratis in that video too. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's a concept car. So they're not really out on the road. Very cool looking car though. Very cool looking car. Yeah, there were some sick cars in that video. Definitely check out, if you like cars, that video was a car fanatic's dream. One of the comments, there's a guy that commented on that video, and his favorites were the Mercedes AMG GT, the Ferrari Purosangue, and all of the Porsches. He's a Porsche guy. Fern go. I love Fern, by the way. Fern is such a cool guy. He's so handsome. He's so sweet. He's so nice. He's so stylish. I love him. He makes great videos. Go follow him. But he's a Porsche guy himself. He loved all the Porsches that was in that video. Anyway. Oh, Lamborghini. Oh, yeah, there were two Lamborghinis that I saw in the video. Go watch the video. There was 2 Lamborghinis I saw that were fucking sick. Fucking sick. Like, everybody was like taking pictures of it. Like, out of all the cars that I saw, the Lamborghini was the one car that people were kind of like really that was the one car that really people swarmed around, like with their cameras. Like they swarmed the Lambos. Out of all the cars that were there, the gray Lambo, people were like fawning over that car. Yeah, I don't know anything about cars. So when I'm talking about these cars, I know nothing about them. I know nothing about the engines, how they run, if they're actually quality cars or not. I just go by looks, to be honest. Yeah, it's weird to me because Ferrari, that was the first Ferrari SUV I have ever seen in my entire life. So a pure blood Ferrari, I would not name an SUV a pure blood Ferrari. Like that does seem like a marketing faux pas to me. But again, what do I know? What do I know? Well, guys, I'm actually going to end the stream. It has been almost an hour and a half. And so I feel like this is a good ending point. We've chatted about cars. We gave some advice. We talked about the trans situations that's going on. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I really, really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted that you guys are here watching me. Of all people, you could be doing a million other things, but you chose to be here. So I appreciate you. Have a good night, Kendra. Have a good night, Pixie. Have a good night, JV. Things to look forward to this week until the next live stream. My first episode of my gardening series will be out either tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest, I'm hoping. So you have that to look forward to. I have a sponsored post by Allies of Skin coming out very soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. I don't know. I have a lot to do tonight and tomorrow, so we'll see. But I've got a sponsored post coming out. I've got video coming out with the garden series starting. So there's some fun stuff coming up that I'm really excited for. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night. Oh, I'll do the timestamps for not only this video, but the previous live stream last night with that crazy Am I the Asshole story. Fucking sick. Go, you gotta watch that. Watch last night's stream. I don't have the copper peptides, Kendra, no. I can tell you right now, no, it's just the sunscreen and the new upgraded moisturizer, the super antioxidant moisturizer, peptides. No, nothing super exciting like that. No, just the sunscreen. But anyway, that's coming out. And yeah, I'll do timestamps for last night's live stream and tonight's live stream. Those will also be out tomorrow sometime. So okay, guys, I will chat soon. Bye.